We have our first return visitor of the year from past webcasts. I think KOTESOL 2011 or 10?
I've been doing this since 2008. It's my fifth year in a row to present.
And what is this?
What is KOTESOL, or
What
is this?
I've been doing this, or I guess doing the conference. What are you presenting on this year?
This year I'm presenting...
Oh, I'm sorry. First, who are you?
I am, I don't know if I should look here. I'm Robert Kienzle. People call me Bob. And I'm this year presenting about negotiation and how to use it for lower level conversations, teaching basic negotiation theory and basic negotiation vocabulary, basic negotiation practice. And anyone could have a conversation. They could barter for candy. They could barter for, bonus points. And it really is a tool we could use on many different levels. And I teach negotiation on a higher level in business and business English. So the second part of my presentation will be higher level negotiation theory, higher level skills, and also some higher level activities that we could use on the university, probably upper level if you have any international school teachers or people who teach business.
Okay, so by negotiation, it's literally negotiating what I want from you and finding common ground, as opposed to like negotiating a language challenge.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we could negotiate for where are we going to go to lunch. But I negotiate when I buy a car. And in business negotiation, obviously we're getting into some very high level stuff where there's millions or even billions of dollars on the table. I thought this was important for Korea. It's a human skill. We negotiate every day, but Korea is the 8th largest economy in the world right now. A lot of us are university teachers, and they say, oh, we're a global university. So the more skills that our students have here, anywhere from elementary school up to university, is going to help them be more persuasive, get the things they want, be more professional and presentable.
Can you give us some examples of both the situations that you have been most successful and the methods? How do you structure a lesson about negotiation?
Well, this is one of the big challenges, because I teach a semester course that is business English, but the business English that we're learning is based in negotiation. And so we could spend the entire year doing negotiation practice, negotiation vocabulary, negotiation language. What I'm hoping for today is that people who leave my presentation, they have activities that they could do tomorrow. They have some basic negotiation structures and ideas that they could teach in a 45-minute lesson, and have some just simple conversation practice. But I also hope to inspire people, if they do get into teaching business or even business English, to develop negotiation skills throughout their entire course. A lot of us teach persuasive writing or persuasive presentation. Negotiation is still persuasion, but instead of in front of an audience or writing it in an essay, it's a much more personable conversational method.
Do you deal with the cultural component at all? I'm sure negotiating in Korea is very different than negotiating in Thailand or America.
It's very different. Coming from U.S. businesses, teaching at a U.S. university, the styles of the culture being less individualistic, more collectivistic. The Korean students that I've seen like to negotiate very win-win. They're going to give concessions easily. They're going to give up too much at the table. However, the Korean businessmen, they're almost the opposite. They have the win-lose strategy. They say, we want this deal for $100,000, no negotiation. And the foreign investors here in Korea, they're going to walk away from the table because they're going to say, you've got to come down on your price. It's unreasonable. They say, no, we're not going to come down. The foreign business people get up and start to leave, and the Korean business guys are like, oh, wait, stop. Okay, we'll negotiate. But it's a very hard-line tactic.
Why that change from university years to...
Well, I think... I don't want to be too stereotypical. I'm talking about trends here, what we see on a large scale. If you're in a classroom, let's say a middle school or high school, students are bartering maybe for candy or pencils or just poker chips or whatever you give them. they want to remain friends. They know they're going to go to math class next, and if they do the wrong thing, they don't want to break that collectivist bond too much, or be the outcast. Even if they win, they know everyone else might be upset with them. But in the real world, with real money trumps friends most of the time. So, unfortunately, but that's the case. So when money is the bottom line, the styles of negotiation completely change. And I like to follow it up by saying one thing I'm talking about today is called principled negotiation. And what this is it's win-win, but it's a very strategic win-win where you try to find the interest of the other person. So we don't give away too much, but what we give away to the other person helps their situation. We answer this question, why do they want something? If I can give something that they really need, it's going to be a very strategic concession. Hopefully, in turn, they're going to listen to my situation. What things do I really need in my business or my life, and what they give to me in the negotiation is going to help me the most. So it's basically, we're going to have to make concessions, but let's make the right ones. The ones that I give you are going to help you the most. The ones that you give me help me the most. And this builds long-term relationships. It builds a lot of respect, and hopefully we'll be doing business with them in the future.
A really interesting area of teaching, and a lot of different layers, a lot of interesting stuff. I know you have to go.
No
a couple
problem.
Parting questions. One, do you ever involve soju in your lesson planning? Does that add another layer to the negotiations?
Not, we talk about this. You mentioned culture. I do talk with my students about Korean styles of negotiation, and some of them do happen after hours. They happen at the bar, they happen when people are drunk, and this is actually can cause some problems because you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh no, I just made a deal that I should not have made when the alcohol was talking.
And finally, is any of this stuff online if we wanted to see your slideshow or anything?
I am happy to email it to whoever wants it.
Okay.
And so you're welcome to post my email address up on your website or webcast or whatever
put it
you
in
want.
the comments or in the description of this YouTube video.
Okay, yeah, I've got some handouts, some activities. I've got today's PowerPoint. I try to go pretty basic with PowerPoint. The PowerPoint doesn't have a lot of explanation on text. It's more visual. But my notes and activities, I'm more than happy to give out to whoever wants them.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much. Great seeing you
Thank you very
again.
much, Jeff.
Have a great presentation.
All right.